What is up? We are finally live. How are you guys doing? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a live, so here we go. I've got some life updates for you guys. It's been a few weeks, so we'll give people a minute to hop in live and do some catch up. So obviously we are going to be giving away a pair of Apple Airpods on this episode. You have to tune in a little bit to see the winner of that. This is going to be based on the the comments that were on the 3 tips for increasing your cash flow video. So if you have not already commented, do not hop over to that video and all of a sudden comment. It's already locked in where it's at. So we have several people that are on there, and I've got a random YouTube comment selector. And the comment was, what is one of your reselling on the mind? What is one of your tips for increasing cash flow? Fixed sound. Are we having sound issues? Oh no, I'm echoing. All right. Hold up. Let's do this. I'm gonna get my AirPods in. Hopefully they connect to my computer. Am I echoing for everyone else? Oh, you guys are not echoing. Maybe I'm not putting these in. I love AirPods, but I don't want to wear them if I don't have to. Here. All right, most people don't hear an echo. So if you're hearing an echo, probably have to restart it. Make sure you don't have 2 windows open. All right, we're good. We're going to roll with it. How about that? So welcome into the show. If you are new, all right, that was my admin, Gretchen. No echo. Okay, thanks, Gretchen. If you are new to the show or this is your first time joining us for a live Q&A sesh, comment below. Let me know. I'm going to give people a minute to hop in. Let me know where you guys are watching from. No, this is not a LaCroix tonight. This is a White Claw. I am currently on a calorie deficit, looking to shred about 15, 20 pounds, which means I had to cut out the beer, which is so sad. But I feel a lot better. And these are 100 calories, little seltzer waters. Not bad. Not bad. Got California, Atlanta, Indiana, Philippines. Nice. Dallas, Texas, Florida, Toronto, new to the show. Welcome in, guys. So usually once a week, every Tuesday night. Obviously, this is not a Tuesday. This is a Friday. I originally was scheduled for Tuesday. I'll let you know what happened. Oh, that's nice. We got another McMinnville person in here. What's up, William? William, I believe, just joined our VIP group, if I remember. Saw your name pop up. So we had a lot of stuff going the last few weeks, so schedule's a little wonky right now. It will be wonky for the next week. I'll explain why. But usually, if you're new to the show, every Tuesday night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 8 o'clock Eastern Time, I'm usually here live doing open Q&A sessions. Sometimes I bring a topic. Sometimes I'm just here doing Q&A. But this week is a little weird. So let's cover life updates. We'll do the AirPods giveaway, and then I'll open up for a little Q&A session for a little bit for you guys. So where do I even start with the life updates? It's been crazy here, guys. I know I've been slacking on live content. I have been uploading. How are you guys enjoying module 2 of the FBA for Beginners tutorials so far, guys? So we have 4 episodes. I have 1 more episode. I'll get it uploaded tomorrow morning. It will go live. So that will be the last episode in module 2. And then I start working on module 3. Module 3 is going to cover supplies. I have it on my board, supplies and resources. So I'm going to go over, these are highly sought out videos for some reason. Everyone's always asking, what supplies do we use in our business today versus what we did when we first started? And what top softwares or paid programs do I personally use and recommend? So I'm going to do some videos and cover all that for you guys. What's up, Justin Pac-Man? All right, so let's dive in. Life updates. I'm just going to keep these short, sweet, and to the point. I'm not going to draw out the stories behind them. One quick story. So for those of you that don't know, or if you're new to the channel, my wife Trista is pregnant. She is due June 2nd with our 2nd child. Our current child, Titus, is 4 years old. He was born a month early, and we had no warning of that. She was completely healthy on every single checkup up until week 35 and 6 days, or no, 34 and 6 days, or yeah, 6 days. She was literally to the hour at the 35-week mark when her blood pressure shot up to 200 over 150. After doing blood work and all that stuff, they did diagnose with preeclampsia, which it's fairly common. It's not super common, but it's fairly common in pregnancies, and it can be some scary shiz if you don't get it treated. And again, it hit us out of nowhere, and we got induced that night. We, as in Trista, of course. Trista got induced that night on the 35-week mark, and our boy Titus was born 4 weeks early. He came out, and there was no cry. There was no breath. That's the scariest shit that we've ever had to go through. And he basically, everything structurally was fine. His lungs were the right shape. Heart was good. Kidneys. He just wasn't breathing. He wasn't exchanging oxygen within his lungs. So we actually spent 2 weeks inside of the NICU, which is the neonatal intensive care unit. So we did spend 2 weeks there 24/7. We left one time to go to a Walmart. We lasted 30 minutes until anxiety got to be too much, and we went back to the hospital. So that was definitely one of the hardest experiences that we ever had to go through. And I know that some of you have been through the NICU experience too, so you guys get it. It's something that you never, ever forget going through. That's for sure. Certain parts are blurs, but most of it you just never forget about. So this time being pregnant, we knew the symptoms to look out for that she probably missed last time because she was healthy on every checkup. She didn't pay attention to extra symptoms. This time, sure enough, the headache started to roll on. The blood pressure started to creep up. It didn't shoot up like it did last time, which is great. But her blood pressure has slowly been getting higher and higher. So she does have officially preeclampsia again as of like 3 weeks ago, but it's been controlled because she's been going to the doctor's appointments every 2 weeks to go with the midwife. They've been monitoring her. There's been a couple close calls where they almost kept her, but luckily her blood pressure came back down. So here's where we are right now. As of tomorrow night, she is getting induced. The baby might be here tomorrow night if it goes by quick. We don't know, but most likely by Sunday we are going to have our second child. So it's exciting, but definitely there's that fear because of what we went through the first time. That's what we think. That's in our brains. That's what childbirth is like. That's the experience. So we know it's going to be different this time. Baby looks healthy. Ultrasounds are all fine. So there's not a lot to worry about. And she's made it to the 37-week mark, which is 2 weeks longer than she did with our first one, Titus. So everything is going to turn out fine is what we've been telling ourselves. So tomorrow night, we will definitely have a baby. So next week's live call, I can't promise I'm going to be here next week because I'm in the great position where I've been training our employees to run the business without me while I'm gone. I'm going to take a full week, probably 2 weeks off. I'll probably start to get some hours back in the office, like 1 or 2 hours a day in the office at week 2, but for sure 1 week out. I'm just going to be there with the family. I'm going to be helping take care of a newborn, be with my wife, be with our 4-year-old. Happy Mother's Day. Like what better gift than having our second child. And she's a little girl, by the way. We're not going to announce name until she's officially here. But that's where we are for that. So with that has come 3 weeks of, we've known this date for 3 weeks now, and she's 3 weeks early. But knowing that, I've been freaking out because we've got a business to run here in the office. I've got 2 eBay accounts. I've got an Amazon FBA account. We now do local sales. So I've got a big warehouse sale I have to prep for at the end of this month. It's a lot of stuff that's been going on through my head. So I've been spending the last 3 weeks buying a lot of products, stockpiling. I've got literally piles of product around the office right now for all 3 business reselling models that we run, if you want to call it that. So I've just been in buying mode to stockpile because when I take time off, I can't source, like physically go out. I can still do wholesale orders, but I'm not going to be going to thrift stores and Goodwills and all that stuff. So with that being said, I've spent the last 3 weeks training our employees to do all the listing, to do all the photos, all the shipping, like all that kind of stuff. I had to make sure that they knew exactly what they're doing. So they're going to be handling that when we're gone for the next couple of weeks, which is phenomenal. That's why I wanted to hire people to begin with, so we can do stuff like this. If we didn't have help, we would literally have to put our whole store on like 7 to 10 day handling time, because I'm not going to want to leave my family, with a 3-day old to come and ship eBay and Poshmark stuff. That's not ideal in our lifestyle. So that's why we end up hiring people. So with that being said, that was one stress that's been going on in my life, causing a lot of anxiety. I got a phone call on Sunday night. This last Sunday night at 2 a.m., my mother had a heart attack. She is good now. Just put that out front, but that was another scary, stressful situation. So she did have a heart attack. It had been going on for like 4 days, and she went to the hospital. I spent 2 full days with her. I stayed the night with her, be there, support her. And I couldn't help but be grateful. Like, it was a scary situation going on, but I couldn't help but be grateful that we're self-employed and we've established a good enough foundation for our business that I'm able to just hit pause on everything, go be with her for 2 days when she needed me most, and not worry about anything. That was a really solid reminder that we're building the right business for the lifestyle that we want to live. And that's why, that was another driver for why I do this. My prior career as a massage therapist at the job I was at, I would have to use PTO, which is paid time off. I would have to find somebody to cover my shift. It would just be a nightmare to deal with, to at like that morning decide to go somewhere else aside from my job. It'd be a nightmare. So if you're stuck in that position where it is a nightmare for you to take time off in your job, like, that should be your motivation. That was my motivation in the beginning, and that's my motivation now. So I never have to go back to that. So after 2 days, she did get a stent put in, which is a crazy procedure. They put a little balloon inside that artery that was clogged, and they go in through the wrist. You have something in here called your radial artery. So they go in through the wrist, go up your artery into your heart, and put that little balloon up there. So pretty simple procedure. It took about an hour and a half. She's now home recovering. She's good. I'm going to check on her before we get to the hospital tomorrow. So that's been our week. Like, holy crap. That it's been a whirlwind. On top of all this, just these, the stresses of, I need to buy more inventory. I need to put more shelves up. I've been like slowly chipping away at office projects while we're here. It's been a crazy few weeks, guys. So it feels good to just like, yesterday and today were the first 2 days that I've been able to just like, sit down, breathe. Everything's going to be fine. Mom's at home recovering. She's good. Checking on her. Trista's good. She's been on basically as close to bed rest as I can get her. She's a very productive person. You guys have seen her. You know how she is. She loves to be busy and productive and work with her hands. It's been driving her nuts. We'll have to bring her on for a live show after a few weeks of the baby being here, but she'll tell you, like, she's been having severe cabin fever because she's had to keep her blood pressure low. So I've been just keeping her at the house. But it's been a whirlwind. And I just need to say, first and foremost, because I did a little Instagram stories. I just shared more about what's been going on in our life on Instagram a few nights ago. I just shared it here on YouTube. I see the comments here. You guys have been an absolutely amazing support, and I cannot thank you for the messages. I've gotten emails. We've gotten care packages delivered to our house. Like, I can't put into words how grateful we are for this community. Especially because if we look back at when we first went through the first birth and we were in the NICU for 2 weeks, we had a couple close friends. I'm talking like, 4 close friends, and we had some family members. That was it. We didn't have this YouTube channel. We weren't reselling product back then. We didn't have anybody. Like, we didn't have a community that we considered our community. And it's been night and day to see what support feels like. It's been overwhelming, to be honest. Like, Tristan and I sat at home the other night just reading through messages and comments like, holy crap, like, these people care. You guys aren't just like watching videos for fun. Like, you legitimately care. So for the prayers, the thoughts, the healing thoughts, like, just thank you guys. It's been awesome to sit here and just know that people are here to support us. It's been absolutely crazy. And I don't share any of this as like, poor me, sob story. I can tell you one of my biggest pet peeves on the face of this earth is people that use situations and stories as playing the victim role. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. So even for me to like share struggles that are going on right now is a little difficult because I don't want it to come off as I'm playing a victim role. That's not it at all. But I've said from day one of this channel, which was almost 4 years ago, believe it or not, I've always wanted to just open up our life, open up a little door that lets you peek into our life, not just the reselling stuff. I know you guys are here for the reselling, the eBay, the Poshmark, like the Amazon. I know that's what you're here for, but I mean, this is part of our life and I want to share more of that. So this is some stuff we've been going through on a personal level. And of course it affects the business. It's affected how much we're able to list. It's been affecting how many Amazon products we've gotten shipped out. So that's why I've been training my employee to work extra. So I just want to say thank you guys for being here first and foremost. It's been awesome. So I'm going to keep you guys posted. I'll probably be off the grid for the next few days. Obviously we don't know exactly how things are going to play out. We don't know if she's going to, I mean, I've just got this weird calming feeling, like peacefulness to it, that she's perfectly healthy and she's going to come out fine. So worst case scenario, if we do have to stay in the hospital some extra days, just know I'm going to be off the grid for a while. Throughout all next week, I'll be off the grid. So with that being said, thank you guys again for the support. I have a hard time even putting words together to show you guys our appreciation. So thank you. So with that being said, let's switch the tables here and give one of these away. Apple Airpods. I've loved these things. I've had these for, I don't even know. This is actually my second pair. I lost my first pair in an Uber in, where was I? I don't remember. Oh, I was in Virginia. I lost my AirPods in an Uber in West Virginia is where I lost those. So that was fun. So this is my second pair I've owned, but I've had these for about 2 years. I love these things. They're wireless earbuds. If you guys don't know by now, plug them in. They connect to your phone, your MacBook, etc. Not just MacBook, but any Bluetooth device. So with that being said, let's give this away. How this is going to work is I have pulled up a YouTube random comment picker, and it's going to go through all the comments on that last video. And the comments were supposed to be, so I'll put in one little thing here. The comments were supposed to be for giving away a tip on increasing cash flow. So if it selects a comment and it doesn't share a tip, that doesn't count. That's disqualified right there. So I'm going to go through, you guys can't see it on my end. So hopefully you trust me by now. I'm not going to like cherry pick a comment or anything like that. I'm using a random name picker here. So with that being said, obviously the person has to watch this too. I maybe should have asked for an email, which I didn't. So if you are watching the video and you are the winner, you need to email me, chaz@sidehustlenetwork.com. That's CHAZ. You can also find the email in the description below. You need to email me, and I'm going to give it 2 weeks. If after 2 weeks they haven't emailed me, I'm going to be off the grid for 2 weeks anyways. If you haven't emailed me after 2 weeks, I'm going to select another winner and I'll go live and do another winner. So with that being said, it has pulled up all the comments. I'm going to hit select and it's going to pick a random comment. I'll read who it is and what their tip was. 3, 2, 1. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Pick a random comment. Here we go. It's generating. First one. Nope. It does not give a tip. It's just a random comment. So I have to select again. Again, if you guys ever enter giveaways, you have to follow the rules. Pick a random comment. Here we go. Congratulations to Jen Bunny, who says, not sure if I missed it or not. You did not miss it. In fact, you won it, Jen. But my tip would be to stop procrastinating and making excuses. You don't make money by doing nothing. That is so crucial because a lot of people get stuck in this analysis paralysis phase where they're constantly just watching a bunch of videos or just researching their hearts out, reading a bunch of Facebook group posts. They don't do anything. You're never going to make money doing that. You might as well have your money out there in product, taking risks to find the ways that work for you. You're never going to make that dollar if it's just sitting in your bank account. So you've got to be investing in product. You've got to take that leap and just do it. So with that being said, I just lost my chat. So let me pull my chat back up. Congratulations, Jen. Again, hopefully you were live. That would be cool if you're actually live here already. Let me, it's fixed. Ah, that's so cool. Jen, you're here. Congratulations, Jen. That means I know you're going to claim the prize. I would hate to wait 2 weeks and someone not claim these things. And by the way, you're not getting my personal pair. You don't want these. They've been used. I'm buying you a brand new pair from Amazon, so you'll see an Amazon shipment come to you. So I'll get those ordered tonight for you. So congratulations, Jen. Thanks for tuning in and submitting for that. So I'll be doing a lot more giveaways for you guys. And I've learned that I used to think that giveaways had to be these big, expensive, extravagant things like our 100K giveaway. Like, holy crap, that was massive. That was thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Yeah, she'd get the earwax pair if I gave her mine. I've been pretty good about cleaning these things out, though. So I've learned that, if it's a pair of AirPods, Scotty peelers, you guys enjoy a gift no matter what. And I do apologize. The sun is coming down and it's right in front of our warehouse door. So I'm getting the shadowing right here. Like I'm going to go dark if I go all the way down. Yeah, I'll give you guys a trip to Hawaii. That'd be sweet. I cannot wait. Like here's one of the reasons I want to make a lot of money in life. Not for my personal gains. Like if my stuff is paid for, my bills are good, I can pay for whatever food I want, and I can travel a couple of weeks out of the year, I'm good. I don't need or want anything more than that. I should say I don't need anything more than that. I want more than that so I can give it away. Like I'm the type, I legit would love to give away a Hawaii trip to somebody. So if you keep following our channel for a long time, we'll get to that point. I can start giving away some really big stuff. That'd be fun. College fund, man. I would love to just be like, hey, I got a $10,000 check. Who wants it? And do some cool giveaway for, charities and stuff like that. Both Tris and I have always wanted to do that. One of the coolest things that we've seen someone do firsthand was we were in Winco one time, which is our grocery store. And we were checking out and we saw somebody walk up with $100 bill. They gave it to a cashier and they said, the next person that comes in line that has children with them, I want to put this towards their groceries. Like that was the coolest thing we had ever seen firsthand. And this was like 8 or 9 years ago. This is like, we were just, hardcore paycheck to paycheck back then. Like our budget back then for both of us per week was $60 for food. Like we were a hardcore paycheck to paycheck. So to see somebody just give $100 away was mind blowing. So we really want to do stuff like that. It's going to be a blast. So yeah, Jen, congratulations. Please email me. I will get that to you tonight. I just need your shipping address. And that's pretty much it. I'll take care of the rest for you. So it's going to be chaz@sidehustlenetwork.com. And I'm actually going to type that out. People seem to put Chad for some reason. I don't know why. All right, I'm just going to drop my email. Network.com. All right, so that's my email right there. If you guys ever have questions, you can always hit me up there. Again, I am having a baby tomorrow, so I might not be super quick at getting to you guys for the next week, but I'm going to try. Obviously, there's going to be lots of naps to be had and all that stuff, so I'll still be working on my inbox a little bit when I can. Gretchen says, I work so my kids can dance, but they're getting good at it too. What part of the country are we in? We are in Oregon, just south of Portland. All right, sweet. So giveaways done. I gave you guys some life updates. So now we'll do a little bit of Q&A session. I got about 20 minutes until it's 7 o'clock here. I've got some organizing and deep cleaning to finish up. And I'm going to unbox a pallet. I'm doing a pallet unboxing video tomorrow. So it will be recorded tomorrow. I'll send it to my editor and try to have it uploaded next week sometime. But that's a company you guys can go to and order from. So they sent us a free pallet and I'm going to unbox for you guys, show you what they have. So it's been a week. It's been a week. So open Q&A, go. Just so you know, I don't do Poshmark, so I have no idea how Poshmark works or anything like that. Trista does that, so she can answer those questions later. But I do Amazon, eBay. I've been hitting a lot of Goodwills, a lot of thrift stores, a lot of eBay work lately. Amazon, I haven't done a lot of retail arbitrage lately. It's just been a lot more wholesale. So I'm just, a couple wholesale orders coming in a couple times a month. So I've actually been doing a lot more eBay work than anything. I don't know why. I go through phases where like, I just love the eBay work. And then other times I switch gears and I focus a lot more on Amazon. And that's when you diversify platforms, you're going to find that you gravitate towards some more than others during certain times. I don't know why. All right, here we go. I had 70K in sales last year, but 58,000 in expenses. What the heck should I be trying different? Any tips? Greatly appreciated. So you made I'm assuming 58K expenses is all the expenses. So you made 12K net profit. My question would be, how many hours did you work per week to get that? So Alan, if you want to answer that question in the chat, I'll loop back to it. Awesome, Jenny. I just saw your email come through. After we're done here, I'll get those sent out to you. Everyone talks about the pros of wholesaling. What are the biggest cons other than typical response of losing money? When it comes to wholesale, the biggest pain in my butt is what's the right way to put this? It's the lead time. That's the right word. It is the lead time, meaning in each distributor or brand, is going to be a little bit different. One distributor I order from, which is highly profitable, I've got products that I'm making 200% ROI on from this distributor, but it takes about 4 to 5 weeks for the order to get to me. So the delay is a huge con. If we're just talking about straight cons of wholesale, the pros far outweigh the cons, but there are a few cons: the lead time and the capital. Those are my two biggest ones, because it takes, I can go out today and buy $1,000 worth of retail arbitrage products, or even thrift store stuff or eBay. I can spend $1,000 today and make 1,500 back, so a 500 profit. I can do that like pretty quick within the next week or two if I really hustled. But with wholesale, I'll place the order for $1,000 and it won't get here for 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then I have to ship it to Amazon, and then it's another couple weeks until it sells through, or depending on the product. So I'm looking at like 2 months until I see my investment get returned back to me, and then I can reinvest. So ideally with wholesale, you want to have a nice flow. Like, it's going to take some lead time in the beginning, but ideally once you start placing consistent orders, you'll have new shipments coming in all the time. And that's kind of where we're getting to now. We have about 2 or 3 shipments just rotating through every single month. But it took a while to get there. The transition from retail arbitrage to wholesale is definitely a pain in the butt because of that lead time and the cash. Again, retail stuff, you can go spend $1,000 today, ship it in, and sell it within the next couple of weeks. Wholesale, I mean, it's going to take a couple of weeks just to get your product. So the lead time is probably the biggest con I can think of. Hey, CJ said he has 9-hour layover in June in Portland. Can we hang? I'm actually an hour south of Portland. But if it works out schedule wise, I could plan, because I'm outsourcing anyways in Portland. I could plan to be sourcing in Portland, meet up for lunch. That's always an open invite too. If you guys are ever in the Portland area, you can either, if you want to come down, as we've had some people that want to come down and see the warehouse and hang out here for the whole day, which is totally fine. I don't care. It's an hour south of Portland, or about hour 20 from the PDX airport. So if you don't mind driving the hour or rent a car or whatever, you're more than welcome to come down. Or if I'm outsourcing, we can just grab lunch. So CJ, shoot me an email, chaz@sidehustlenetwork.com. Give me a date, and just remind me, I'll forget. So as we get closer to when you're going to be here, like a week out or 2 weeks out, remind me through email. I can put on my calendar. We'll schedule something. But yeah, if you guys are ever flying into Portland, heck yeah, I love meeting up with people. All right, let me see if we got a reply back. All right, Alan. All right. So Alan said, embarrassed to say I do this full time. I do mostly clothing, but trying to expand, just getting to Amazon. My biggest issue is having money to buy product. And I saw, thank you, Martin. Martin already did the math for me. He already knew, Martin knew where I was going with this. Martin already did the math. 12K profit on 70 gross sales is about 20% ROI, which is going to be decent. That's what a lot of people are running. A lot of people run slimmer than 20% ROI. So that's fairly well, but if you're looking to do better, look in different categories. Clothing, they're really high margins. I mean, your ROI is great, but your what am I trying to think of? Your ROI is really great, but you have to sell crazy volume to do larger profit numbers. You know what I mean? So if you want to take that 20K to, let's say, 50K, I mean, that's thousands and thousands of items being sold. Look into other categories. So I would say look into like electronics, hard goods stuff for eBay, because it sounds like you're doing just eBay right now. That's definitely one route I would go, is look into higher sell price items that you can source. Electronics are fantastic. Everyone's afraid of the category. I don't know. I mean, I get why. Like, there's a little bit higher return rate because of the risk, because it's electronics. Something, you might have a little switch that's broke. You might have a fuse that's busted inside. Clothing is definitely a higher return too. So, I mean, I haven't seen a big difference between the clothing returns and electronics. I think they're pretty equal just based on our experience. Might be different for each person. I don't know. But I would definitely look into other categories. And since you're getting into Amazon, look into online arbitrage, because you're able to, or wholesale. Wholesale takes more capital, but start with online arbitrage, because you're able to, from the comfort of your couch, source products that are delivered to you. So it's not as much time spent buying product, and you're still getting more stuff sent to you. William said, what about the Mac area? Yeah, of course. I've hung out with a lot of people in the McMinnville area, which is where I'm at. McMinnville, Oregon is our official town. I'm about 30 minutes west of Salem. So you've got like Portland, straight down I-5 is Salem, and then I'm over here on the, I don't know, the camera's flipped. I don't know, it'd be west side. But yeah, if you guys are ever in the area, if you live around here and you want to come hang out at the office, like I've even put out open invites for people. Like I've got photo stations and all that stuff. If you wanted to bring product here and do photos and like make listings, and you get like, it's super laid back here. People think we run this hardcore business. Like we don't. We're blasting music and just like hanging out most days. So I've got people coming and going all the time. Joshua, we did select a winner already, but I will be doing, hopefully I'll try to do at least once a month. We'll do another giveaway. I'm sitting on about 4 pairs of cleats on eBay that I can't get rid of. If they don't go on the second round or so, what do you change up? I look at current listings, because prices may have changed. You may have had a flood of those products come in and the prices are now like $8 cheaper. So price point is usually the first thing I look at. Are you offering free shipping? All the standard stuff. Are you offering free shipping? 1 day handling time. We switched with the baby coming. We did switch all of our eBay stuff to 4-day handling time, and we did see a slight, not a lot, just a slight decrease in sales. So that 1 to 2 day handling time, I think, was key for us. But that's something to look at too. Look at your title. Make sure your keywords, your best keywords, should always be up front near the left side of the title. Just however a customer is looking for that item is how it should be typed out, right? So you're not going to type in like blue size 12 Nike Metcon 3. You're going to type in Nike Metcon 3 size 12 blue. So you guys see how that wording plays an effect too, because that's also how Google and SEO reads it, is by that too. And then of course have good photos. I think way too many people are trying to figure out how they can get more sales. And I'm telling you, if you just take better photos, and yes, that means you've got to get some type of nice looking background. I prefer a vinyl. It's like a PVC pipe white, like it's a plasticky white that reflects white or light off of it. Looks phenomenal. It costs $30. That's my photo setup of choice, and 2 soft boxes. I want to put up an overhead light, a key light. I want to get that next, or a hair light is what that hairline light is what that would be called. But super basic setup. You can go to side. I need to change it, but it's still Side Hustle Pros Gear, GEAR, sidehustleprosgear.com. And we have our whole list of everything we personally use. They are Amazon affiliate links. If you buy that $30 set, I make like 15 cents. So thank you for your support if you choose to. Amazon affiliates, like you need to sell thousands of products to make any decent money on that. But if you do choose to use it, it is appreciated. How many wholesale ASINs do you keep in stock? Currently, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. I've probably got like 8 right now. I've actually sold out of I'm probably sold out of about 5 or 6 different SKUs I was carrying because it was the last stock that I can get a hold of. But right now we have about between 8 and 10 SKUs of just wholesale stuff. That's on Amazon. On eBay, I've got another. I have a wholesale supplier for a bunch of different shoes and clothing items, so I've got some wholesale stuff on eBay too. Oh, William, seriously, you saw me at Walmart once, but I was on the phone. Yes, I don't care if I'm on the phone. Stop me next time. Oh man, Kevin said, "Congrats on the new baby. I'm having my first in a few weeks. I've been self-employed for 9 years. Having a baby is a different type of stress." Kevin, my friend, you've got a whole new world opening up to you. Everyone's always like, what are your best tips for parenting for somebody who's never had a baby before? And you've already gotten all the tips from your friends and family who have told you, like, you need to do this, you should try this. Here's my tip for any expecting parents. You will figure it out. I don't care what anyone tells you. You will figure it out. Having a newborn is like having a business. Like, you don't know what the hell you're doing when you first get a hold of it, but you figure it out. You're going to make mistakes, and you're going to learn from those mistakes. You're going to learn all the things you need to know just by going through it. There's no tips I can give you, but you will know exactly what to do. And you won't get this yet, but the millisecond that baby enters this earth, you're going, like, your world changes, your perspective, the lens you see things through. Like, you will just automatically know how to care for that child. It's really hard to explain, but parents will understand. You won't get it until that moment. Like, if I called you that moment and said, "Now do you get it?" You're going to say, "Yeah, I got it." It's just, it's such a cool experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Why are there sometimes such a huge discrepancy in pricing between eBay and Amazon? Just two different customer bases. I have no idea. Some stuff is going to be fairly priced in the same region, but there's been a lot of times I'll buy stuff off eBay and I'll sell it on Amazon. There's tons of money to be made that way. It's just a different customer base. Some people are only going to be eBay users because they just don't like Amazon as a company. Some people are not going to look at eBay because they think eBay is just, a lot of people think eBay is still how it used to be, where it's just this like dirty auction site. Because that's what I used to think. I never ever ordered anything off of eBay because I thought it was dirty used clothing and all like garbage being sold on there on auction. And then I became a seller and realized, like, there's legitimate product for really great prices on eBay. I don't know. Yeah, Gretchen said, spoiler alert, the stress never leaves. It just gets worse. The newborn stage is the easiest. And that's the thing about kids too. Like, they're going to be such a pain in your rear end. And there's so many times that you're just like, this is the hardest effing thing I've ever done. But then they do one little cute thing. And you're like, okay, it's worth it. Like, the pros far outweigh the cons. How do we enter? The giveaway was already done. You guys were supposed to enter on a video that was done a week and a half ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, actually. Yeah, the giveaway was already done. We'll do another one coming up in about 3-4 weeks. I know I need to move this YouTube button. Someone said they wanted to see the button. I placed it there because when it's usually Tristan and I, she's on this side, so it kind of works out. But now it's just going to be me for a while. So I'm actually going to change all this up here anyway. So I need to put that like right there. Kevin said, I'm having a girl. I'm thinking of moving from SoCal to Alaska. That's hilarious. I want to sell on Amazon, but I don't have a tax number. Please advise. Just looking to make $500 per month. I mean, if you're in the US, your social security is what you're going to use. You're basically a sole proprietor, and you just run your social security as your tax ID. Am I going to get the giant hanger made as a private label product? I actually did look into it, and it's something I might consider doing. I've wanted to brand products geared towards sellers because I know they're things that I recommend all the time. So why don't I just create my own brand out of it? So the giant hangers are one of those. Just hit 1K in sales my first 2 weeks of eBay with a 60 plus hours a week job. Daytona 1295. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's an example. Like, you get so many excuses out there, guys. Like, make the sacrifices to do the work to get the results, or don't. It's black or white. And people like this that work 60 hours a week just hit $1,000 in sales their first 2 weeks. It's doable. It's just a matter of how much sacrifice you want to do. Some people are willing to look at Gary Vee. Gary Vee is willing to sacrifice Monday through Friday away from his family for a lot of hours. That's his sacrifice level. But look at the result he has from it. Other people like myself, I'm not willing to sacrifice that much. So therefore, I'm not going to be on that level, but I'm on a level that I'm happy with. I've got a really good life balance going on in the last like 6 months of my business gets done here at the office. And when I'm home, like, I'm home. My face is not buried in my phone. I'm with my 4-year-old playing with him. I've been in a really good life balance, but I'm working at the level of sacrifice I'm willing to do. And that's going to vary person to person. Paul said, thanks for taking the time to do this today. I bet you're excited to get your baby girl tomorrow. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm like, it's one of those things where at first I'm like, shit, we're having a girl. We have a really active boy that I can like physically throw across the room and like tackle and like wrestle and stuff. I don't know what to do with a girl yet. But again, I have to take my own advice. I'm going to figure it out. But yeah, I'm pumped. But it's funny. It feels like the calm before the storm, because Tristan and I were at the house earlier, and I spent like 3 or 4 hours just hanging out with the family earlier. And she's like, what are you going to do with the rest of your day and tomorrow? I'm like, well, we're having a baby tomorrow. We don't go to the hospital till 7:30 p.m. So I'm like, it feels like the calm before the storm, because we didn't schedule anything because obviously we're having a baby. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll just go to the office and like do YouTube and do some work. I've got nothing else to do. So she's chilling at home, and Ty is playing with his friend across the street with the neighbors. So Trista's at home, probably just watching The Office, and just chilling. So I keep hearing the girls are the tough ones. Oh, tough is the boys. Gotcha. I've also heard that too. Dan, eBay is going to have a lot of flack if they don't roll that out at their eBay Open. So last eBay Open last summer, a year ago, they announced they were going to be doing an employee sign-in, or like a virtual assistant sign-in, a different login for your eBay account where they can't see like numbers and stuff, but they can list and whatnot. They never rolled out with it. I don't know why. I haven't heard why. Maybe someone here knows. But they're going to have a lot of pissed off sellers if they do not roll that out this year. That's the thing. Don't make promises on stuff you know you can't keep. I'm sure they had great intentions, but I don't know. Who am I to say anything? I'm just an eBay seller. Train Watcher Don, first 3 weeks of FBA at $463 in sales. Congratulations, man. It's awesome. Teach him to tell people not to touch her. He will fiercely protect her. That's amazing. Titus is already like, he's already been gearing up, just be an epic big brother. He's going to be fantastic. It's funny. We weren't sure when we first told him that she was pregnant. We weren't sure. He was 3.5 when we told him. So, oh no. Oh, he's gonna be 5 in December. I'm trying to do the math. 5. So he was like on the back end of 3 going into 4 years old. We weren't quite sure if he'd like get that that's a baby in there and it's his sister. Like we weren't sure if he'd correlate it. And the moment we told him, he was just like, he literally hugged her stomach. It was the cutest thing ever. He's gonna be great. And he's at that age too where he can help out around the house and he can do chores and he's gonna be able to like give her a bottle and stuff like that. And he's really looking forward to it. Joshua Harris said, I'll be the uncle to a niece in June. Can't wait. So proud of my brother and his wife. I'm already an uncle to their son, but to have a nephew and a niece, so epic. Can't wait. Congrats. Kids are just fun. They're way more fun than I ever thought they would be. Like I remember going throughout my early 20s and I'm like, Tristan and I we've been together for like 13, 14 years, something like that, a while. And the idea of a child, like to us, like it's hard to wrap your head around it. It really is. And then you have one and you're like, oh, this is way more amazing than I ever thought. Because when you don't have a kid, all you ever see, or at least for me, all I ever saw was other kids getting yelled at by their parents for doing all the things wrong, running around crazy, being hyper, asking 1,000 questions, which is all true. But it's so much fun. It's hard to explain. How do you win? You guys, giveaway is like an hour past due. The giveaway is all done. What do I think of our current climate crisis? I have no opinion on it. There's some stuff on here I'm not going to talk about. Yeah, just bought a textbook for 40. It's worth 110. That's awesome. What are your thoughts on Amazon Prime moving to one-day shipping in regards to eBay sellers? In a year, will YouTube be filled with why it's not worth to sell on eBay in 2020? I have no idea. I pay attention to like the eBay and Amazon news, but if they're changing things, my opinion doesn't change anything. So I stay pretty neutral with a lot of stuff unless it has a like direct impact full force on my business, then I'm going to see what I need to do. But for the most part, you just learn to change and adapt your business as needed. As far as are people going to use it as YouTube clickbait? Of course, people use YouTube clickbait all the freaking time. I'm like, I don't think I have one video that would be considered clickbait because I think it's annoying as shit. I'll just flat out say I don't care who watches this. I cannot stand clickbait. I just can't. I'd rather just be raw and transparent, produce content like what we're doing now, and show you guys more behind the scenes, give you guys some tutorials when you want them. But as far as me needing to make really pretty thumbnails and clickbait, and I don't need to. And guess what? I still got one of those. I don't need to do the hype of following trends and all that. My theory, my content creation strategy is put out good quality shit and people will follow. Seemed to work so far. I don't know. Paul said, I've heard the employee functionality was recently demonstrated for influencers invited to eBay's monthly meeting at HQ. That's really good to know. I'm excited for it. I cannot wait. Because even though like I trust my employee that does my listing on one of our accounts, like it's always, I don't know. It's just they have 100% access to your account when you give them that. So I cannot wait for the employee login. All right, crew. I'll give you a couple more minutes, couple more questions, and then I am going to get some more work done. I'll show you guys what I've been doing. Let me get you flipped around. Oh, hopefully get you flipped around. All right, so that's all wholesale and Amazon stuff over there. I've got my Goodwill pile of stuff I need to put into my accounting sheet here. This has been my project. I put up a ton of new shelves, and there's actually one more going where those photo station are. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 shelves up right now. That's half of it is eBay listed inventory. Oh, let me get you switched back around. Ooh, here we go. Oh no, this got loose. Hold on, let me tighten you up. We'll make this work. All right, we're good. We're good. Kind of. All right, we're back. So half of that is eBay listed inventory. The other half I'm stockpiling because I've been buying pallets of liquidation stuff. So I've been stockpiling so I can do my warehouse sale, which is going to be really fun. So my average buy cost is under $3 per unit. And based on our first warehouse sale, a lot of people were buying stuff between $6 and $8. So I know I'm going to double my money on almost anything I buy. And it's been like toys and kitchen items and stuff like that. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying module 2. Yeah, it's all pretty basic information, but it's, it's geared towards the person that either doesn't have an Amazon account and wants to make one and start selling, or somebody who has an account, has started dabbling into it and doesn't know where a lot of stuff is. That's the point of doing the whole module series for that. So module 1 and 2 are done. I've got one more video coming tomorrow for module 2. And that's actually going to be covering a really popular, that's a high demand one, is how to do a merchant or how to do a multi-channel fulfilled order. I'm going to show you guys on screen how to do that. That's going to drop tomorrow morning. And then number 3, I have to record. I'm going to be out next week. So it's going to be a couple weeks till number 3, 4, 5 are done. But there's 5 videos in each module. So there's 15 more videos coming. I haven't even gotten to the fun stuff. The fun one is number 4. That's sourcing and products. So I'm going to show you guys all the different ways to source, all the different methods. I'm going to take you into stores, show you what I'm scanning, showing what I'm looking at. Keepa, like I'm going to show you guys all that stuff. Is there a strategy? That's a great question. Is there a strategy for Q4 FBA and what is the timing? Strategy is going to vary based on the method you use for sourcing. So wholesale, there's people that start sourcing their wholesale items from their suppliers in January. Like after Q4 is done and January gets here, they start planning for next Q4. If you're doing retail arbitrage, which I think most people probably are, retail arbitrage for Amazon, my strategy has been around August, September. You want to start paying attention to new stuff coming on the shelves every week and scanning that stuff often, because that's typically where the demand is going to start to show for new stuff that's hitting the shelves. Some years, like, fingerlings, for example, fingerlings were the hot toy of 2017. Was it 17? I feel like it was 17. 2017 was the year of fingerlings. Once you found out that there was demand for those and you got a hold of them, easy money. Other years, like last year for toys, it was crap. There was not one hot toy last year that really took off. There was a few, right? Like the Ryan's Golden Egg and stuff like that, but you didn't have anything that took off like Hatchimals did 2016 or fingerlings. But the biggest strategy is pay attention in August. Start planning ahead of time. Get all of your Q4 inventory shipped in by December. That's another big tip too. Like hit Black Friday hard, get it shipped in and ready for purchase in December, because there's that swing that kicks in like December 10th through 15th. Every year I've seen that spike happen. That's where people start to do their last minute orders, and it stays consistent all the way through January after that. I am migrating to wholesale. Do you stage sending it all to Amazon? Trying to understand the question a little better. I am migrating to wholesale. Do you stage sending it all to Amazon? Don, do you want to clarify your question on that? What if I don't have a receipt? Don't send it. If it's a used item, you can list it on Amazon, no problem. But yeah, if you are listing anything new, it better have a receipt to back up IP claims. That's never something we had to deal with in the past, but obviously in the last year, it's really kicked in. So if you don't have any type of proof of purchase, and here's the thing, do not send in a Goodwill receipt. A Goodwill receipt, I might even have one right here. Look at this. If I get an IP claim from Sony because I listed a speaker as new, my Goodwill receipt as proof of purchase is going to say electronics green. That's no proof that that is an authentic product or I'm going to be able to find an IP claim with. So make sure that you have receipts that show the SKU or the UPC or something on there. If it's something from like Ross, Burlington Coat Factory discounted stores, they're going to have their own custom SKU on there, but that SKU matches what's on the receipt. So take a photo with the product and the receipt, so they can match that up and make sure it's a legit product. You're going to have a real tough time fighting a suspension if you don't have that proof of purchase. But used items, I have yet to hear of anyone getting in major trouble with it. Again, it's always a risk. Enter with caution. So you can't say, well, Chaz said it's okay. It's always going to be a risk. I've learned that Amazon, no matter what you do, even if you follow the rules, is risky. I know several people that follow wholesale business model. They order straight from the brands and the distributors that carry them, and they still get reamed with IP claims and suspensions. Amazon's just a risky platform. So there's always going to be a risk. Do you send all the wholesale to Amazon? Oh, gotcha. So staging it, gotcha. Do I send right now? I'm sending it all in because I'm ordering enough that I know I can sell through within like 90 days. Once I start to do larger orders and I have the warehouse space, I will hold product back and send it in as I see fit. Just because why would I pay them storage fees when I can store it here? But most of my product, my wholesale stuff at least, has been within 90 days I've been selling through. So if you have an item new that is from Goodwill, do you list Amazon used very good? I go used like new if the box is in pristine condition, because that is under the Amazon guidelines. Amazon terms of service says used like new has to have a pristine box. Any amount of box damage, dings and corners, scratches, it then gets dropped to use like new. But in the item condition notes, that's where I'll put item is factory sealed, may have box damage if it's under very good. If it's in like new condition, I'll say factory sealed, box is in perfect shape or something like that. Mint condition, whatever you want to put. Can you get Keep It on the iPhone? Just open up Safari, go to keepit.com, and you can log in on that way. At least that's how I do it. Here's the thing. You can ask me any question. It's just my own opinion, right? You can ask the same question to 10 other people. They might give you different answers. I don't know. All right. I will take one more question, and then I got to get back to work. But it's been cool to hang out with you guys. It's been a while since I've been able to actually take some time and hop on YouTube Live with you. Ah, sweet. Paul said, I've been wanting to know why Amazon PPC was beneficial, and I answered that. Sweet. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that video, I showed you exactly what I do for my Amazon PPC on all my online and retail arbitrage product. In lesson number, what was that? 4? Yeah, lesson number 4 that was just posted. Do I have 6 up there? No, I've got 5. All right. Lesson number 5 will be posted tomorrow. Do I have a high mortgage? No. We actually, people are shocked when they see our house because we don't own our house yet. We still have not purchased our first house. We actually live in a duplex, and people are always like, if you're making some money, why you live in a duplex? One reason, we pay $700 a month. I'm not leaving that place for a while. I would rather, if I get a mortgage, any other place is going to cost us like $1,200 a month. And we're in a really small town. I know that's so cheap to some people. We're in a really small town. If I go to Portland, then I'm looking at like $2,000 plus. But for my area, $700 is dirt cheap. The lowest mortgage or something I'm going to get around here is probably $1,200. I, at this point in our life, would rather take the extra $500 and put it into product. Or in our case, I chose to invest in a warehouse space. So now we pay $1,000 a month for a warehouse space. But yeah, I mean, we've had people that come through town and I offer, they can crash at our place, and they're always like, wow, you live here? I'm like, hell yeah, I do. $700 a month. I'm damn proud of that. Yeah, I'm gonna live there. I mean, we've got plans. I can't say anything too soon, but we've got plans. No, I can't say too much. We have plans, so we're only gonna be there for probably another 9 to 12 months, a year max, and we've got plans. I can't say where or when, but we've got plans. Yeah, tumbleweeds roll by. Yeah, William knows. Oh, that's painful. I pay more than that for 3 self-storage units. That is painful. That's why I love small towns, because you can't find prices like that in bigger cities. Even when we do move, we're still going to choose a smaller town outside of a main city just for that reason. Like, rent is going to be cheaper, a warehouse space is going to be cheaper. Tristan and I are both super minimalists at home. Like, I literally just need a bed and a shower and a kitchen at home. I don't care about big and fancy house. I really don't. I would rather invest more money into product or a really nice warehouse space. And we're both in agreement on that. Like, yes, I do want to own a nice home, 4-bedroom, 2 bath. Like, I want to do that down the road, but for now, like, I don't mind skimping by on personal house life if I can build a bigger business using that money. Yeah, California, I am not going down there. Not going down there. We are going to a different state, but I'm not saying where. You could buy a house, rent it out, and stick with your $700 rental. That is actually something I have highly contemplated. Once our credit and our capital gets to where I need it to be, I'm absolutely entering the real estate game. And that's one of the methods I want to do. All right, crew. We're over our time, but I wanted to spend a few extra minutes with you guys today because it's going to be a few weeks until you see me back on here live. I've still got a bunch of videos already recorded and being edited, so you guys will see content coming out every week as usual. It's just not going to be live footage, at least for another week and a half, 2 weeks. Are we going to live stream the baby? You know what's funny about that? They have a sign in the room that says, please no recording or live streaming, which means people have done it enough to where it annoyed them enough to put a sign up, which is hilarious. But I'm going to be taking some just small clips with my phone just for our own personal use. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't done a vlog in a while, so I've been contemplating if I want to vlog. Obviously not the birthing process, but like the first week with a newborn, trying to juggle a business and a newborn type of thing. I think I was going to do some vlog stuff on there. Yeah, I want to know, like, I can understand the recording, right? For personal home footage, I can understand that. But I want to know how many people legit live stream their birth. Like, is that a thing? It's been done enough. They had to put a sign up for it. It cracked me up. If you're ever down in Florida, I'd love to meet up with you, Trista Rally Roots, Casey College Picker. Yeah, that'd be a blast. Yeah, we really want to do a Florida trip. We usually do one a year. This year with the baby, it's just not going to pan out. But next year, we definitely are going to be doing a Florida trip, and we'll absolutely do a huge meetup with everybody. So many cool people down there. Yeah, liability for the hospital. That makes sense. I just want to know, like, just statistics. I'm curious, like, how many people in a 1 year time frame, how many people have live streamed? I don't know. My mind goes in weird. It's like a rabbit trail, right? You watch one YouTube video and you just like rabbit trail. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great night. I will not see you for a while live, at least. I'll be reading comments on YouTube and replying back and stuff like that. If you guys need any help with anything, if you guys have questions, my email or Instagram are the best 2 places to reach me. Instagram is the Side Hustle Network. And then our email is going to be chaz@sidehustlenetwork.com. Both links will be in the description of this video. Hit me up. I usually try to check my email once a day and hammer through a few of them. And same thing with Instagram. I'm getting a lot. It's a little backed up right now, but I'm getting better at replying back. So you can hit me up on either of those. But thank you all for the support. Seriously, it's been awesome, especially for those of you, you guys know who you are. Those of you who have sent care packages already, You guys are a blessing. We cannot thank you enough for that. Again, we didn't have this level of support the first time we went through a childbirth, let alone what we have now. It's been mind blowing. So thank you. You guys have an awesome night. I will see you next time.